Hello guys, welcome back to another video. We just received word that Ariel Helwani is now confirming. I don't think confirmed yet, but it's in the works. Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler for Madison Square Garden in November, I believe. It was the only fight made on the card so far. Yeah, I already did kind of this video already, like a future matchup video between these two. But I'm just gonna give like the news update and just break it down quickly. If you guys want to go watch the other video, you guys can. But yeah, I'm not sure how many rounds this is gonna be because Ariel Helwani did not tell us. I'm sure we'll find out by the end of the day or when it actually gets confirmed. But this could either be 3 rounds or 5 rounds. I guess it is kind of important, especially for Michael Chandler's sake. If it's 3 rounds, he'll probably look to use a higher pace in the fight. Then Dustin Poirier is probably more comfortable with 5-round fights. Yeah, because of course Michael Chandler is a way bigger guy, so he might gas out a little quicker than Dustin Poirier in a 5-round fight than a 3-round fight. He can use up all that energy in a 3-round fight. Michael Chandler's last fight was in a 3-round fight. Dustin Poirier is obviously coming off that loss to Charles Oliveira. And yeah, I thought this was a good fight to make. I'm surprised it wasn't made for 279. I'm kind of worried about that card. I think there's only 10 fights on the card right now, if I'm counting correctly. Yeah, 10 fights on the 279 card. Like, it's looking kind of rough. I guess Nate Diaz is on his way out, and they kind of want to like destroy the card a little bit just so he doesn't get that many points on it. But I mean, like, Jesus, I think it's like 6 weeks away or something like that, and they don't have a co-main on there. They have Shamil Abdurakhimov and Gelton Almeida, and then Irene Aldana and Macy Chasson. Like, I don't like it. I don't I don't know how I feel about that card yet. I mean, there's some solid fights on there, but it's not like UFC card fights on there at all. Main card fights, at least. But yeah, on the matchup, Dustin Poirier, he beats him in the stand-up without a doubt. Obviously, Michael Chandler has that one punch KO power that'll drop you and end the fight. But yeah, I don't know. Michael Chandler's chin is so weird. Like, he'll take so many punches from Justin Gaethje. Obviously, he got uppercutted to the ground, but he's still covered. But then he'll take like a weird shot from Tony Ferguson and flip backwards and then get double. But it's just a weird thing. I think he's expecting Dustin Poirier shots. I think early in the fight he'll be able to take them. But I think the key to Michael Chandler winning this fight is wrestling. If he's able to wrestle Dustin Poirier like he did Ferguson, like say he gets hit hard, drop down, and then he just tosses Dustin Poirier and just beats the shit out of him on the ground. That's his way of winning. I can also see like him, just ground and pounding him. Maybe they get up and he hits a couple harder shots on Dustin, and Dustin wobbles a little bit. But yeah, on the stand-up, I edge this to Dustin. I think he's a more technical striker than Michael Chandler, because of course Michael Chandler is very powerful. Obviously works the body. I think he's going to be looking for that the front kick quite a bit. I think he wants to get another knockout. But I can see him knocking out Dustin. It's just I can see him getting caught also. But yeah, I think Michael Chandler needs to use his wrestling a little bit in this fight to get some success in the fight, of course. But yeah, only fight shown on the card. For that MSG card, apparently, so Ariel Helwani referenced that Michael Pierre versus Izzy was thought about on that card. I'm not sure if it will be. I wouldn't be surprised if they move that over to December to end it off for the year, and say put like a Geary on that December card. I can also see them doing this one with without a title fight on it, but I mean, I don't mind it being there. I don't mind them putting Jones versus Stipe as the headliner at all. It would make sense, actually. I think that's when they're eyeing, or that's where Stipe said he'd be ready at. I think he said November. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense there. Jones versus Stipe on the top, and then Michael Chandler versus Dustin Poirier right below. Yeah, it makes quite a bit of sense. And then I think Dana said he wanted Patty and Molly on an MSG card after seeing how much star power they had in the UK in their last fight. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're in there. I might do like a video where I like build a card or whatever for this event, because it's not much else is known on this card. But I wouldn't be surprised if they put Izzy versus Pereira on the card, because that's a big fight. Even though Izzy has been going down with the pay-per-view buys, I can still see that doing pretty well, because there's a history between them. It's a very easy fight to sell. Just need to market it pretty well, which they probably will because it's an MSG card. But yeah, I like that. What else could be on the card? Well, I actually don't know. I really don't know. I'm just gonna talk about this real quick. So for Colby, I'm not sure where he fits into anything right now. So after his trial, he should be the backup for the UFC 279 card with Hamzat versus Nate. I like that a lot. And then last second, now that Dustin Poirier is fighting Michael Chandler, who's his next opponent? I have no idea. I think that'd be a good video to make. But yeah, I wonder if he'll fight like a content, like even the welterweight's pretty much signed. I think Burns versus Masvidal is a good fight to make next. I think a Burns versus Colby fight would be pretty entertaining. I don't know if the UFC wants to do that, and then maybe put Masvidal versus Conor when Conor comes back. I don't know. But yeah, those are some fun fights. We'll see how this one goes. I can't wait till this fight happens. It looks like we have a good run. Obviously, if they put some stuff on the Nate Diaz versus Hamzat fight, you should have a good run of cards. Let me check real quick. Let me check. So where are we at here? We are at 8. Our next fight, I believe, is so this weekend it's Hill Santos, and then next weekend it's Bear Cruz, the Contender Series. Usman Edwards. I think UFC Sweden with Gon and Tuivasa, I believe. Oh no, Paris, France. Sorry, that was stupid. Oh yeah, but Paris, UFC Paris. I don't know why I said Sweden. That was kind of weird. I think we have a break in between there. After UFC Paris, it goes to the Contender Series, and then Chimaev Diaz, then another Contender Series, and then we go to Sanhagen versus Song Yadong. And then we have Dern versus Yan Jiaonan. And then we have a fight night, and then we go, I think we have a break, and then we get UFC 280, which is very nice. And then we go straight to UFC fight night, and I think we get another break, unless there's a UFC fight night right before UFC 281. But yeah, should be a solid run of cards. UFC, if they put more on the UFC 279 card, that'd be nice. But UFC 280, 281 should be. It looks like it's starting to form pretty well. If Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler is your first fight made on 281, I mean, there's probably going to be a bigger fight above it. But yeah, 280 is going to be stacked. Excited for the card. But yeah, I'll probably do some form of what's next for Colby, or what's going to be on this card. I'll probably just I'll make that for like a next week video, or maybe later this week. I have no idea. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.